𝐔𝐏𝐃𝐀𝐓𝐄. All be seated. Who is the commander? Are you not seeing them falling?
نعم المشاهدين الأفاضل، نحن في انتظار خطاب الفريق الأول سلفا كير مايارديت رئيس الجمهورية. نعم ننتقل إلى المنصة الرئيسية.
Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, and my chief guest for this occasion. Your Excellency Dr. Jinping, Chairman of the African Union Commission, Your Excellencies, Heads of Delegations, and Your Excellencies, South Sudanese political party leaders and leaders of our three branches of government, religious leaders in South Sudan, distinguished members of diplomatic corps, and invited guests, friends of South Sudan, and my compatriots, the citizens of South Sudan. All other protocol observed. Today we join together to celebrate the first anniversary of our independence. This is a manifestation of the sustained liberation struggle. We stand here today due to the selfless sacrifices of our heroes and heroines, on the top of them is our dear leader, Dr. John Garang de Mabior. May their souls rest in eternal peace, knowing that the victory has been achieved. Without their sacrifices, together with all the wounded that I saw before, moving here, we could have not been celebrating this day today. To our many friends who have traveled from far and near to come and celebrate with us, I want you to know that your presence with us here today is a gift to the people of South Sudan, and God bless you. We always thank you for your continued solidarity and unconditional support that you render to this young nation. My fellow citizens and distinguished guests, our struggle for liberation began long ago and was expressed in the Torit Mutiny in 1955. It was then resumed, energized and redefined by the SPLM-SPLA in 1983. Finally, our journey of liberation was concluded with your clear and overwhelming vote for the freedom of South Sudan through our internationally recognized free and fair referendum. Today, we are a free and liberated people, and in that we are celebrating. But as we celebrate this great achievement, we must know that freedom is not an end in itself, but a means to aspirations for liberty, justice, and prosperity. Ideals that my government is committed to uphold. Fellow citizens, 1 year ago, in the same field and across the land of our country, we looked up here as our flag was being hoisted for the first time. This flag has been up there since then and will remain there. Nobody will bring it down. All be seated. Who is the commander? Are you not seeing them falling? Since that day, our commitment to the ideals that this flag signifies has been challenged. We have been challenged by conflicts from outside and conflicts from within, including the loss of revenue that we mostly depended on. Externally, our challenges have been with the Republic of Sudan, particularly on the outstanding issues, post-independence issues, specifically oil, our borders, and Abyei. And I'm happy that I invited my brother, President Omar al-Bashir, to come and celebrate with us. Because without their efforts the other time, the flag would have not been raised in South Sudan. Understandably, he could not come because of his other problems he's attending to, but you have seen the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs with you here before he talked. That is a sign of goodwill. At least that one responsible man has come from Khartoum today to share us our celebrations. Since our independence, Khartoum has continuously violated our sovereignty through aerial bombardments and ground incursions. We have affected all 5 of our states along the border. If I go in to count all these things, it will take our time. But you have the speech that you can go through and you will find them there. The states I'm talking about is Upper Nile, Unity State, Warab, Northern Bahr al-Ghazal, and Western Bahr al-Ghazal. In these areas, you have witnessed a lot of aerial bombardments and sometimes skirmishes. Many innocent lives have been lost and countless people have been displaced. Despite all these continuous provocations, we remain committed to resolving the issues through dialogue and the AU-HIP mechanism, because we believe in the peaceful resolution of all the conflicts. It was in that spirit that I invited President al-Bashir to attend these celebrations. Although the Republic of Sudan has declared South Sudan as their #1 enemy, we will still remain committed to peace with them. We will maintain our good relations and free trade with Sudan. We believe that this is the time for both countries to rebuild what has been destroyed by the war, but no time to tear down. I have stated many times, in many occasions, and I'm repeating this today, that we have no problem with the citizens of Sudan. I repeat, we have no any problem with the citizens of Sudan. The political problems should have not been generalized to affect the citizens. And very soon, because I'm hearing من جاز المايند واري أنا قاعد نسمع كتير بأنه في summit هناك إنه waiting for me in Addis Ababa to go and meet my brother Bashir. ما في جواب رسمي جاني من African Union facilitators ولا من أي زول. But all the same لو بقى في اجتماع زي ده ما في زول بجري من المحادثات. You know that when we were fighting, we did not stop talking to the government in Khartoum. And this is what is happening now. At least we should have maintained with them our personal relations that we have been, because South Sudan and Sudan have been one, and they will always remain one people. There is no any other country that will merge with Sudan besides South Sudan. And they know it. We hope that the leadership in Sudan will realize the importance of our mutual viability, that we can be two states living side by side in peace and mutual security, and while respecting each other's sovereignty, that we can indeed cooperate in many areas while pursuing the mutual interests of our two nations. We are presently fully engaged in the African Union High Implementation Panel facilitation process discussing all the outstanding issues, including the resumption of oil production. We were forced to shut down this oil when we realized that it was no longer a reliable option to export our oil through the territory of Sudan. And this thing, Ajama, ma fi zol mumkin innu the hand pumps are around you here. Ita ma mumkin tamshi ta dugal madakhda mana sabah kan moya yatla zol dan emshi yashrabu ita ma qada yashrabu min al moya da hatta al shokol ita biduk fil madakhda ita bukun asyan zato. For I think authorities in Khartoum did not think wise. Nanu بنخلي الويل يمشي هم يمشي يشيلوا, and they expect us عشان نرسل زيادة بكرة. إيه ده كلام شنو ده؟ عشان كده هم بيقولوا إنه الناس ما عندهم أي حاجة تاني بياكلوا إلا الأويل ده. لو قفلوا هم هيمشوا وين؟ نانو إنه نسينا هذا ده يا جماعة. نانو مشينا وين؟ معيشنا برانا. And we will continue to live alone. So it is now something that is affecting all of us. There is no reason this thing happened, because it took us time to persuade the authorities in Khartoum to stop what they were doing, not to confiscate our oil, not to block the ships to come and load the entitlements of the companies or our entitlements. That was the action which forced us to shut down the oil. The oil they have taken from us is worth over 800 million US dollars. It is up to the government in Khartoum to refund us this money later on or not to refund, so that we know that there are people in this world who are free to grab from anybody their rights, and then it is left to them. My fellow citizens, at the moment, we are operating on an austerity budget due to loss of the oil revenue. We are also working on several alternatives to find other sources, including non-oil taxation, tax collection, and alternative oil infrastructure. And we are establishing, because of these alternatives, we are now establishing a small refinery in Upper Nile State, that is in Tiangreal area. We are also working in the Unity State to have a refinery there. And this thing has started, that is already in progress. These will solve some of our problems, although it will not solve all the problems. We have also signed memorandums of understanding with Kenya, Ethiopia, and Djibouti, how to construct alternative pipelines. These initiatives will also create jobs for our unemployed youth. It is therefore important that we maximize the limited resources we have in a manner that will benefit the people of South Sudan. I must assure you that our international partners I want to assure you, citizens of South Sudan and our international partners, that this government will not tolerate what is called corruption. And I appreciate the tremendous support from our National Legislative Assembly, civil society, and the citizens of South Sudan in regards to corruption. I mean, the support that they gave me to join me in fighting corruption is something that I will not forget, and I want to assure you that we will continue the march together so that we eradicate corruption in South Sudan. I will pursue this fight against corruption in a manner that will not undermine the fundamental rights granted in our Constitution through our various tools and institutions of government. We will do it. We must build institutions to sustain our new nation. Public service matter. But I must be clear here that the size of our government today in the payroll is very large compared to other countries. In these times of austerity, we cannot afford it, and therefore we will downsize the government so that money is reserved for development. بس بعدين كان حكومة بقى صغير ما تجيني تقول والله قبيلة بتاعنا ما عنده وزير وتقول قبيلة بتاعنا ما عنده كده. لا كلام ده بعدين أنا ما داير نسمع. If we want money, the government must be small. عشان قروش ده بدل ما يمشي ل individuals كsalaries يمشي ل development. Downsizing because of this downsizing, I don't think that the topic that has been with you always, Gadit and Kalam, you want new counties. That you want new counties when you know that we have no money. I don't think that they will go together to cry for money and you cry for more counties. More counties does not solve our problems now. And I want to make it very clear to you that nobody among us, Al-Madar County, يكون في بلد بتاعه. أنا ذاته أنا واحد من marginalized people. ولو بقى مسألة بتاع دارين counties أنا ذاته دار county بتاعي أول. For this thing, I'm not against it. We want to take government to the people, but with resources. If I have 170 counties in South Sudan, now we have 79. These 79, some are still operating under very miserable conditions. Mind them headquarters. If I increase them to become 170, 180, another county headquarters, Makati Batom, another residents lil Mahafaz, another near Watamanin V8 Del, Achan Mahafaz Kunendu, then Tani near Watamanin, Achanenu executive director Kunendu. Well, stop with all the Arabara Tanin. Yajama, will we afford this thing? There must be a county hospital. Well, there must be at least one standard school. Why don't we think positively on the issues that we have to address instead of taking things one day? We cannot make them only one year. 1 year, we cannot build South Sudan all. Instead, I think it is a moral foundation of our people across the land, that is, from Rang up to Ye, from Raja to Kutukapoita. It is the faith in our hearts that we can work together to make things better. We are not a people who fear the night, because we know that no matter the night become long, still morning will come. And so there is no reason for worry or for a hurry. Let us join together, like when we join to fight for liberty, and together we earn it. We have fought for our right to be counted among the community of free nations, and we have earned it. But to the extent that we still depend on others, our liberty today is incomplete. We must be more than liberated if we have to be independent economically. In the past year, we have been able to set up the foundation for a democratic, pluralistic, and inclusive government. We enacted more than 30 fundamental laws that moved us in that direction, including the Political Parties Act and the Election Act. Rule of law is a cardinal principle to security and a basic element in building confidence for the investors. Therefore, we have also enacted laws such as the Public Finance Management, Accountability Act, and Petroleum Act, to name a few. Our executive has also passed a set of media bills, which are the fundamental for freedom of the press. These are just a few of the laws that have been enacted during this period of 1 year. But laws are only effective if our government is held accountable for following them and for working in the public interest. We are establishing these laws and making budgets according to the development plan. The development plan was created with our international partners and with much input from experts in economy, health, education, transport, and agriculture. This plan helps to make sure that money is spent with our national vision and long-term goals in mind. The plan also means that the donor aid to South Sudan is not meant for short-term programs, but moves us toward our goal of self-sufficiency. The development plan aims to make South Sudan a good place to do business, which encourages job growth, in turn creates wealth that improves lives of our people. Already we are welcoming many new businesses to South Sudan in terms of banks, telecommunications, advertising, shipping, construction, and many more. And our citizens are opening small and large businesses. Already these businesses are creating job opportunities for our people. Without education, no nation can be truly free. Education provides knowledge and perspectives that are the foundation for the decisions we make. Education provides understanding that gives freedom meaning. Education also ensures our children will have freedom that some of us did not have growing up with. Freedom to choose a trade, freedom to earn a living based on achievement in the state or political connections, and most of all, freedom from dependency on the state. We hold that every child in South Sudan, regardless of where they live or what their means are, all have the right to education. We have worked hard to ensure that every girl child has the opportunity to go to school and enjoy the same rights as their male counterparts. This year we will pass a general education law that will establish and fund a high-quality system of primary and secondary education across the country. The law will include provisions to ensure that the invaluable contribution made by our teachers is adequately respected. Independence also means we do not depend on someone else to feed us. We must be able to feed ourselves. We are blessed with good land, plenty of sun, and abundant rainfall. Our people are also experts at the raising of livestock. And we already know that we can grow our own crops. If there is one thing that we should strive for, it is food security. Let us embark on getting ourselves ready to farm the land so that we secure our own food. To help meet the more immediate food needs, right now the Ministry of Agriculture is sending seeds, agrochemicals, and fertilizers to farmers in all 10 states of South Sudan. We are also investing in harvesting and planting equipment that can be made available to communities so that the people can farm on a large scale. It is my belief that by 2015, we will be self-sufficient in food production. If we achieve that, then everything will be possible in South Sudan. Therefore, to achieve this target, every one of us must go to farm. But there is a shubnas, finas bagoted ashijar minasaba. At the end of the day, you find that in Shajara Nazel bagot fogu, fimara beji bamul chai fogu. They are Maliam Shigel Yom Kulu, Yeshur of Chai, we call them politics. Politics there, Jama, Dema Haja Beta, Denu, Ita Bakale Jana Betak. You better work so that you earn money. This is what you can leave to your child, not politics. For the long term, we are building roads so that crops can get to the market quickly. With our international partners, we are bringing new knowledge and more efficient practices to the farmers so that they can grow more food on the same small amount of land. Independence also means women emancipation and empowerment. Currently, our constitution requires that we promote women participation in public life and their representation in all levels of government, like in the legislative and executive organs, with at least 25% as affirmative action.